Hi, this is Kadvi Rana from Logistics Insider, and with me is Dr. Anil Chinnabhandar. He is Senior VP Landmark Group. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Well, sir, firstly, can you please, talk about how important it is for having a fast and effective data integration in a supply chain?
It's absolutely, critical, in fact, for the supply chain to function in a efficient manner, because unless you actually have a good visibility of end-to-end activities, it's going to be really difficult. So having the data integration at all levels, across all nodes, actually is very, very vital, so that supply chain can not only function smoothly, but also be able to manage all the escalation points, or wherever there are constraints, actually wherever you need to intervene and then kind of take action, so that your end-to-end goals are met. So it's an absolute critical aspect that you need to have a good smooth flowing data integration actually.
Well, sir, my next question is going to be around sustainability, as sustainability has become the center of attention for every organization now.
Sure.
And especially from a customer point of view, everyone wants to invest in something that is sustainable.
Sure.
So how is Landmark Group, moving towards a sustainable approach in its supply chain?
Well, we actually take it much larger than supply chain. In fact, as an organization, I think, we have quite a few initiatives going on. For example, whether it's recycling of actually some of the, clothing, because that's becoming a hugely important even at global level. Mm-hmm. So we are also trying to see, what best we can do with the recycled clothing and so on. Particularly in supply chain, we are actually trying to use opportunities to go away from the fossil fuels. For example, most of our reach trucks are actually, they're all in fact either electric, or we are also exploring other avenues as well. Similarly, we have actually gone for a class 1 warehousing where the natural lighting actually takes care majority of the time, and then only towards the evening and maybe night shifts, we turn on the electricity and so on. So we try to do some of that. Similarly, our transport optimization also works with a lot of care and kind of consideration for load optimization, as well as even within the warehousing, the way inventory moves in and out of the warehouse. Also, we ensure that there is optimum utilization of the assets, be it a static asset or a moving asset. So that way, there are a lot of actually areas we try to cover, but then it's still baby steps. I think sustainability is a huge actually journey. We are yet to actually go probably miles and miles ahead, but then we have actually taken the baby steps, in fact.
So you talked about that despite all that is going around in sustainability, there are still baby steps. So what do you think are the gaps that are still required to be addressed by the policymakers so that the adoption in the industry can be much quicker and faster?
Yeah, I was also talking in the panel earlier. So I was asking, why can't every warehouse building be mandated to have solar panels? I mean, we have lakhs and lakhs of square feet of warehousing actually across the country, right? So if we can mandate like how all the airports have been mandated now, so at least for the lighting and some of the immediate needs of, the fans and things like that, if you are able to use the solar, I think that's a good step actually from the policy side of things. Mm-hmm. Similarly, can we actually have solar panels on every container that's actually driving across the roads? I mean, isn't that actually a good idea? So maybe, this is exactly what we spoke about in the panel also. So some of these things, I think, we can even take some revolutionary kind of steps also to kind of get to, what we want to do. I mean, we may fail or we may actually learn few new things, but then a lot of things are in our hands right now. We should be able to make use of them. That's what I feel really.
Well, sir, lastly, we are here at ISKCON 2023. So what do you think such events hold for the industry?
No, it's an absolute must, I guess. So I must congratulate, Logistics Insider and then the overall actually the event holders and then event organizers actually, because you bring in fact both government and the industry together. Even within the industry, you bring suppliers and then service providers and then the industry themselves actually. So it is a very, very encouraging and then very enlightening conversation to have even with the policy holders also, because we had representatives from the government and so on. I think it's a fantastic effort actually, and then more of these things only will help us in fact to go towards what we want to achieve, be it net zero or sustainability or overall efficiency of the country.
Well, thank you so much for your time, sir. It was lovely chatting with you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.